try drawing a quick horror sketch card. I'm just using a small 6B pencil to try and sketch something, anything. You see the head shape there. I'm going to draw some tentacles and little things, just keep it real quick really, and just draw something that it's not really throwaway, it's just like a quick idea just to draw on like a sketch card. So yeah. You already know, like I draw skulls and other things, demons and things like this. Is like almost like a demon, I'd say, with all the tentacles. Even though the head's like skull-like, we'll give him like just normal teeth. Yeah. So when drawing these, I pretty much sketch real quick anyway, because when it comes to the inking stage or any other stage like adding colour and stuff like that, it's all like part of the process anyway, so I don't really mind sketching stuff loosely because it won't stay that way. Just like drawings evolve anyway, so it's just like a mess of like tentacles and things. Don't know, something random, something quick, just to make a video. I use a 6B pencil off and on because they're a lot darker and you can see, the pencil lines obviously there, what I'm drawing. So yeah, I'll just use some ink, maybe water it down as well. Sepia ink, it's like a light brown type colour. It's good for adding like background value and colour value sort of to the drawing, so it's whatever colours I do after this will be related to these colours. Maybe like warm colours like red and like a light prawn colour with the Copic markers probably. That's what I'm thinking about now, I don't know. Just thinning it out with a bit of water as well. I don't want it all to be too, like one patch of colour. I want it to be like sort of an even wash of colour. You can see the card just bending, that's normal, it does that anyway. And you can like, when you finish the card later, you can like leave it under a pile of books and stuff and it'll just like straighten it all out, doesn't really matter. Just trying to darken a bit of the demon a little bit more, not like holding onto the card, so that's why it goes like that. I don't usually tape the card down or anything because it ends up ripping the paper or something like that. I mean, I could do, but I prefer with this, these quick sketches just to make things up as I go along and work really quick with the paint and the inks and things like that. So I'm just using a Copic marker just to darken some areas which I want to be dark. I think it's a warm grey 5, I think I'm using. I can't see my fingers in a way. I just can't remember. I drew this a few days ago. It's always best to just try and follow your pencil sketch as a guide. You don't always have to erase them pencil lines, but once you put paint on it, it's hard to erase them anyway. So the idea is to try and work in a way of layers to try and cover up them pencil lines and make them so they're not there. I think this is a lighter warm grey, I think, that I'm using. Or it could be an ivory, I can't remember. I should have I should have showed you at the start. It could be like an ivory. Look at the Copic markers. Dull ivory, I think that is. It's sort of like a, well, it isn't a warm grey, but it's related to the greys, and it shows up as like a light grey. Another colour which I can't remember. Can't remember what it is. It's a Copic marker. E11. Oh, that's a skin colour. Yeah. Just adding some basic, like quick flesh sort of tones as well, just to. But you notice like that the colours are related to that initial colour wash that I did in the background. That's just important to do, and then you can, you know, just add like red sort of layers over it and pink layers just to make it more flesh-like. Just using an ink pen just to add some outlines in key places. It's not about going over every pencil line, but try and get the main ones and try and like highlight key areas. I quite like inking over after like painting, you know, sort of little areas or something like that, because it can just bring the drawing together. It's just a different way of working that I really like actually. You've seen, if you've been around for a while on my YouTube channel, you've seen me doing like grey tone, sort of like paint sketching, and then I ink over the top, and that's a really good way of drawing these things. But I thought I'd go with the sepia tone. It's a nice yellowy, like a light brown, but once you water it down it's like a yellowy tone, which you can just do some really good skin tone effects and stuff. This is like a quick drawing, but if I was to work more on it, I'd do more detail and more smoother sort of marker and pencil work, things like that. So I'm just picking out more of the shaded areas, try and add a bit of ink hatching and other little areas of tone and things like that. Inking's not always important really in these drawings. I mean, I could have just carried on without inking and added lots of marker work and coloured pencils and things like that, but inking is always part of the technique that I like, and I can get carried away with it. Even with this quick sketching ink techniques, you know, you just have fun like trying to make sense of your drawings. I'm drawing more horror sketch cards. I'm trying to do work's halted on it. I'm trying to do work on like a horror sketch card series where I do like time lapses. But I'm thinking like I'll split the time lapses up where I can do like a separate time lapse video, and then the rest will be like a real time, you know, drawing video where I go through each sketch card, and that's like horror icons, you know, like Freddy Krueger and things like that. So I'm trying to work on that, trying to get it finished, as well as other videos. But you know the drill. It's just trying to balance other work in between all this. I've had to stop a few commissions because I was getting too many commissions, which is good in one way, you know, because I get more money, but then trying to work on some, and some can be quite difficult, you know, because they're more specific and they're not stuff I'd always draw anyway. So it's, you know, trying to balance different work and things like that. So adding in like the red marker, trying to make it like more of like fleshy bits mixed in, adding like maybe pink areas after it, I don't know, probably will do. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's the light prawn, which, you know, is a good pink. It's like a darker pink than others. I think that's a light prawn. Am I just talking? Yeah, it is light prawn. It's quite a darker pink, not like the other pinks which I've got in the Copic range, like peach and sugared almond and things like that. It's a nice, even, light, fleshy tone that you can work on more. So as you can see, it's just a really quick sketch idea. You can see some pencil hand still, but I could really work on that more. But it was mainly just to try and show you that these drawings, you can just make them up as you go along, and just try and make one or two drawings or more, you know. There's different ways of working, and I'm trying to work and come up with different ways of working and making these videos hopefully a bit more interesting, where you can see stuff happening, and if you're not clear on anything, you can ask in the comments. I don't mind, you know, answering any questions. I'm still learning as an artist, really. Everyone is, you know. There's no sort of special way of working where it's, you know, it's just, I don't know what I'm on about, I'm just rambling. I wanted to do some blood splatters on here, but I just decided just to dab the marker on, you know, certain areas like I'm doing there, but blood splatters would have looked a lot better, but it still looks effective. I really need to buy some more Copic refills, because they really eat up the ink, these markers. But it's a good thing you can get the, you know, the refills, so I'll be getting some more when I get the funds. Right now, a bit of lack of funds, as always. Still waiting on a few payments for some of these other sketch cards I've drawn for these companies. Sometimes you're waiting a while for payments, so this is why I need to do other stuff. So I'm going to come back to doing more videos. I'm trying to do some highlights there. I think this was like a new pen, so I was just trying to get it to work. It eventually does. It's one of them Sakura jelly roll ink pens, which are real good for like white highlights. And there we go, you can see the highlights now. Sometimes it's the way you store a pen as well. It can just stop working a little bit until you know, start working it. It's one of them things. But I like to do like highlight, like fleshy tones and things like that. And in fact, it's one of the best ways to do fleshy tones, by adding this white afterwards. But if you think about the layers more, then you'll come up with a better drawing and more shinier highlights. Anyway, I hope you like this quick sketch, this horror sketch card. Hope to do more of these, so I'll see you around. Cheers now.